This is Desmond Booker. I am a Christian dating and relationship coach, helping successful queens go from single to successfully dating without settling. Welcome, YouTube family, IG family, and also those that are on Facebook. Tonight, I jumped on here to do this live. We've been talking about you being content versus you being comfortable, okay? And so we're going to continue to talk about this. And today I want to really talk about you being comfortable. So many queens are comfortable. Now I want you to think about this from what we were talking about. If you're comfortable, you're going to do what's so convenient for you, right? You're not going to stretch yourself. You're not even going to do something out of the norm, right? You have your schedule. You do certain things that you do every single day. God forbid you meet somebody and then he breaks that routine, right? This is what I'm talking about, being comfortable. You are looking for the same type person. He has to have this. He has to wear things like you're just comfortable. Can you receive the man of your dreams being comfortable? You can't receive the man of your dreams being comfortable. No, you're going to have to what? You're going to have to change. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. And I continue to tell you is that the man of your dreams is not in your comfort zone. And so I want to really, let's talk about this even more today about you are desiring. Some of you are even praying to meet the person. Now I want you to think about this. If you're going to receive the man of your dreams, if you're going to receive, quote unquote, this blessing, he's not going to be found the same way. That's just the best way to say it. You're not going to be able to do the same thing that you've always done and find him. You're going to have to do something different. And in order to do something different, you have to be somebody different. And that's the whole thing about being comfortable. You want to stay the same in this box and feel like the man is going to come into your world, into your box, and then everything is going to be, no. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to be willing to stretch, okay? And so many of you have gotten to the point where I just think that it's best for me to stay single. And that's fine. That's fine. But many of you have a desire to be in a relationship, a desire to be married, and you have this passion, and you can see yourself, right, not living by yourself the rest of your life. Well, if you have that desire and it's strong, it's going to pull you out of your comfort zone. See, the people that really don't have anything to do in the morning, right? Even if you're on vacation, if you don't have anything to do in the morning, what are you going to do? You're going to lay there in the bed because you don't have anything to do. You're not going anywhere. But if you have something to do, somewhere to be at a certain time, what are you doing? You're getting up. That's what it is about you having a desire. When you have a desire for something, when you are passionate about something, it gets you up and you get to moving towards it. And that's what I'm saying today, is that instead of just laying there in your comfort, let the desire pull you. I'm telling you, if you would just step out of your comfort zone and say, I'm willing to be uncomfortable, you will begin to be pulled into the man that you're praying for or that you're desiring to be with. Okay? So why is this important? It's important because you're going to need action. You cannot be stagnant. You're going to have to be moving. Because why? Because the person that you're praying or desiring is moving as well, right? And so if you're comfortable, you may do some things and you may not. You may feel led to read a book and learn about how to be a great wife. You don't pick up the book because you're comfortable, right? It may be a class. It may be a singles mixer where you can go meet somebody. Well, I don't really feel like going today because you're comfortable. Okay, you're getting to know somebody and they're getting to know you, And in the process of it, in your comfort zone, you're getting to know them. And then you don't feel like calling them. They text you because you really are not passionate about it. This is what I'm saying. And this is why you are in the season of singleness that you're potentially in. Because why? Because you're comfortable. No, we're going to kick the brakes off. We're going to mash the gas, and we're not going to be comfortable. What do I need to do in order to be in a relationship? I'm breaking out of this box, and I'm going into being in a great relationship, right? Now, in saying that, I've got to what? I've got to move. I've got to become a better person. I've got to think better. I've got to even think, talk, and speak better. Right? I'm headed somewhere. I want you to really think about this. The life of your dreams is only a few steps away. It really is. It's only a few steps away. But are you willing to step outside of your comfort zone to get the life that you're really desiring it? And I want you to, and I talk to queens, and most of the queens that I talk to are already successful enough. The way that you're successful in these other areas is because you weren't willing to be comfortable. You wanted that particular car. You wanted to live in that particular house, or you want that particular layout of your apartment. You want this type of furniture. What did you do? You stepped out of your comfort zone. You went out of your comfort zone. And this is a bad example. This is a bad example, but it's a great example. Some people are willing to get the couch, the house that he's willing, the couch, the house, the this or the that, and they're willing to get those things, even though they don't like the person. You done got uncomfortable being with somebody, right? Think about it. You are alone and you feel lonely, and you hook up with somebody that you normally necessarily wouldn't even. Because why? Because you are willing to be uncomfortable with somebody that you quote unquote don't like, to not to feel empty and not to feel alone. I want you to think about that. That is horrible. That is horrible that you have to feel like that and think about that. So if you will do those type of things and make that sacrifice to be with somebody you don't want to be with, how much more would you should change and become the person who is going to take off everything as far as where she is, how she lives, the direction she goes, and become this other person, a better version of yourself. Become the person that has this calling, has this higher thing that's pulling you, becoming the better version of yourself. In the process, then meet him. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not going for the job because I'm comfortable. I'm not going to live in that house because I'm comfortable. I'm not going to date that type of person because it's going to cause me to be this type of person and I'm comfortable. I don't want to I don't want to open my own business because do you see how being comfortable is keeping you where you are? Queens don't settle. Queens do not settle. Do you think that you can bring a true queen whatever you want to bring her? No. She's not going to just take anything. She said, no, this is what I want. I want this. And if I can't get this, then somebody's head is going to be cut off, right? So she is commanding and what she wants. And that's what I'm saying. Queens don't settle. Why are you settling in your comfort zone? Why are you settling for that when you can have much more? No more settling, queen. Stop being comfortable. Break out of that box and let's begin to look at how you can get the things that you're desiring to get. Live the way that you're desiring to live with the type of person that you're willing to spend the rest of your life with. No more settling. All right, I'm gonna end it right there. But we got to step out of the comfort zone, because the comfort zone, within the comfort zone, there is no movement, there's no action, nothing is changing. With outside of the comfort zone, I have to take a step. I have to move to get out of it. Well, what action do I need to take? That's a great question. When you desire something, the right action steps will come to you. And if you don't know any more action steps or need some help with that, let's jump on a free call. I'm going to drop my link here. If you're on Instagram, you can DM me the word I'm ready, or comment on this live and say I'm ready. I'm going to shoot you my link and we can jump on a 15-minute quick call, do some assessment, and let me help you move from being comfortable to uncomfortable, making the right moves and making the right steps. And again, I want to thank you for subscribing to this channel. Our channel is growing here on YouTube, so thank you for that. And also, if you need any more help or comment below help, and I'll be so glad to help you. Thank you, IG family, for following me on Instagram. We're growing as well, and then in our Facebook group, Queens Don't Settle. It's great to see you as well. Remember, it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and live the life of your dreams. Queens Don't Settle. Have a great night.